Big forest fire over there. I saw it last night. Maybe I can get a shot on my way out here. Wish I would have had the camera last night too. That stuff's pretty dramatic. Anyway, that's in like an Alabama natural area, frequented by hunters, and yeah, I've been there myself. Looks like it's pretty much on the northern side of it. Yeah, I think they're just going to let it burn itself out. I don't know what's going on. Since moving down to the deep south of the United States, it's been like a constant process of discovery and orientation. Both getting familiar with the world down here, both in the natural world and culturally, and really, it's been a lot of surprises to my northern brethren. I gotta say. The Deep South really isn't culturally what you might think it is necessarily. But one of the big surprises I found really recently, this kind of came up real quick, was that Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is a holiday on par with Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I ended up with a couple of days off of work, and which gave me an extra long weekend. So I'm taking this opportunity to go to parts unknown. This time the Conecuh National Forest. Spent a couple nights out there and hopefully yield some good video for you guys. It's been a while since I've been out there. This is going to be an immersion like I haven't had in a while in unfamiliar terrain. So thanks for coming aboard. Let's see what this is. So I made it to the open pond recreation area. Really pretty place. Lots of great, there's good RV campsites and primitive camping here. And just drove around. It is freaking gorgeous. Very peaceful, very still. But this isn't where I'm stopping. I'm going to be going. Going back up toward County Road 24 and heading to the Conecuh Trail, where I will be dispersed camping. From what I understand, is permitted with no permits required this time of year. So that is where I am going, guys. Now here's something you don't see very often. I just use the facilities here, and I gotta say, very clean, very nice. Flush toilets, huge shower room, or very nice facilities here. I'm impressed. I really am. How often you get a water closet facilities review? I've got one now. There is a foot trail that heads off on the other side of the pond here, and it's kind of short. I may take that trail at some point along my trip. Not today though. Well, here I am in the parking area at the Conecuh Trail, Conecuh National Forest in lower Alabama. And this is me going deep. My pack, it's a big pack. You know, it's probably about an 85 liter or so, but it's not packed very heavy at all. It's probably about 25 pounds at all. A lot of that is I packed a tarp too. I was figuring I'd set up my hammock for sleeping when I do establish a camp, and then set up a little tarp shelter just for sitting around chilling in. But here we go, guys. What we have here is apparently a pretty well marked trail. It's mostly pine forest here, gently rolling, unlike the area where I live, which is mostly flat. You know, which is really nice to see. Should be a pretty nice hike. Well, it looks like I'm having battery issues. I might not get to do a lot of shooting, which is too bad. Supposedly those batteries were charged full last night. Anyway, just a couple of comments on the trail so far. I've went through a large area of what looked to be a controlled burn. The whole forest floor was charred, bottoms of the trees and stuff like that. And now I'm back into a typical sort of wooded area. You know, lots of dense undergrowth and stuff. I am not sure. I think this might be the Blue Spring Pond. Right in here. If this is Gum Pond right here, then it seems like I'm pretty much halfway through this trail already, making me think that I ought to think about setting up camp somewhere. Actually, up in there it looks pretty good. We'll see. I'll go on a little further, see what we have. So I got camp set up just ahead of sundown. I don't think I'll be having a fire tonight. I'm a little late setting up anyway. So just gonna have some bushcraft pizza warmed up here on my alcohol stove, and watch the night fall. Get it up early, so hopefully I don't run out of batteries. See you guys in the morning. Ain't that about the silliest damn thing? Yep, so there goes the sun. We are done for the day. It was a long, cold night last night. I'm wandering around my camp right now, standing in the sun, trying to get some warmth going here. In a few minutes I'll get something hot into myself and feel a little better, but yeah. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, my sleeping bag's rated for like 40 degrees, and it definitely got down into the 30s last night. So that was a little rough. Very long night without a campfire. Definitely going to want to camp somewhere where I can have a fire tonight. But here's our morning, and here's my camp over there. Anyway, let's get on with it. Breaking camp right now. Ready to roll. Discovered last night I was still on the connector trail to the loop. I haven't even got to the loop yet. I haven't even got started. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm out of here. Leave no trace. I thought I'd stop to take some water from the stream here, and having problems with my Sawyer squeeze system. It's got just a dribble of throughput here. I'm almost out of water. I don't know what's going on. I mean, so this is Nelly Pond, and I'm on one end of it over here, but since my Sawyer squeeze system has crapped out, what I need to do is collect some water from here and take it back to a spot I found And I don't want to build a fire in that location, so I'm going to try to use my gasification stove. Okay, sorry about the shaky cam, but I am down to my phone. This is a gasification stove, wood burning twig stove, kind of a DIY version of what's commonly referred to as the solo stove. Anyway, I have never tried to use this in the field or really properly test it out, but we're going to give it a shot here. I'm going to light up these feathered fatwood sticks, throw these in here, start with these, start feeding the stove these, boil this water, which I will filter into my fresh water bottle, and I'll see how that goes. Okay, that took a minute, but succeeded on a rolling boil here. And run that for about a minute or so. I'll filter that, dump it into my my other metal bottle, and go for another one. Cool that down, then maybe I can stay another night here. All right, let's do that again. Now here we go, pot number 2. Notice how the sun track changed. It's mostly because I spilled a pot. Go figure. Yes, if you haven't guessed, I am pressing onward. I'll see how far I can get. See what I can do to find a place to stay for the night. And yeah, I think I lost a couple hours there, but either that or turn back. There's no way I'm going to make this sort of distance with no water. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Trying to find my way to Moss Lake, where I hope to make camp, because I am plumb tuckered, and it's about 4 o'clock, about that time. And I have found it. This is Moss Lake. This is just a depression in the ground. Fills up with rainwater in the wet season, and dries up during the dry season. There's also an alligator area, so I'm keeping on the lookout for gators. I wonder why they call it Moss Lake. Alright, trying to find a place to camp. Probably not right here. So I'm at second night's camp, and it's 5 o'clock. The sun's just setting below the trees, and it was a long, grueling day. Yeah, that battery's failing on my camera, and my water filter going to hell, having to go old school, but showing that my stick stove is working fine. Other things I learned today is always bring hand sanitizer or handy wipes or something. I mean, look at my shirt, look at my arms. I mean, that's all from camping out in a burned area that's been recently burn maintenance. You just get dirtier than hell. And then this must have been burned like last year or something like that. There's still char everywhere. But the other thing I learned is always check your equipment before you go. That water, it occurred to me I hadn't used that solar filter in a year. And it worked fine. It followed all the proper maintenance procedures. Last time I used it, you'll clean it out and ways to store it. But I did not test it on the way out. So you got stuff like that, make sure you do that. Did I mention gloves? Yes, always bring gloves. And if there's anything else that I remember that I learned today, oh yeah, I think it's always worth it to buy Forest Service maps. And always bring spare new batteries. Anywhere Anyway, settling down in for the night, and I'm going to start a fire tonight, and see if we can make this one better. Boy, last night was tough. It was cold. Obligatory campfire shot. Just gonna let this burn down and go to bed. Go ahead and put this on loop if you want.